Ms. Carter, apparently they're offering you a no contest plea to an assault and battery rather than domestic violence. That's still a 90-day misdemeanor with up to a $500 fine. They're offering to do a delayed sentence, meaning that at this point, a conviction would be on your record for assault and battery up until the time frame that we come back for the delayed sentence. And at that time, if in fact you successfully completed whatever the terms of the delayed period were, that is when the case would be, the plea would be set aside, and then the case, in this case, he would do a nollie press.
Yes, Your Honor, she's aware.
Okay, you aware of it?
Yes,
Okay. The police report is dated November 2nd, 2024. And it's report number 240039928 from the Southfield Police Department. I'm going to review that to determine the factual basis here for this no contest plea. The officer was working the front desk on the 2nd and met with a Malika Taylor regarding this assault, and she indicated that on November 1st, that Ms. Taylor herself, she was messaging with Deja Howard on X, and Ms. Howard was Ms. Taylor's ex-girlfriend. You know, she was now friends with Jaleesa Carter. There was an argument between Ms. Taylor and Ms. Howard. Someone mentioned, I think Ms. Howard said she wanted to pull up. Ms. Taylor assumed that she wanted to fight, didn't communicate for a while, and then when Ms. Taylor was at her salon, which I believe it's 1730 hours, was the time and location of this alleged incident, that Ms. Carter, the defendant, and Ms. Howard together ran into the salon where Ms. Taylor worked. And Ms. Carter was hitting Ms. Taylor. Ms. Howard was holding her down, holding her hair, sitting on top of her. Ms. Taylor said that she was being struck with a closed fist, so she wasn't clear. Sometimes it might have been open due to scratches that she did receive. She was also dragged by her hair on the floor, but she didn't know which of the two was doing that part of the.
Like 15 minutes, Mike, no. I had to go to court for a minute.
Okay, so somebody needs to put themselves on mute. Apparently, the client, someone named Leon, did try to intervene, but it was finally Ms. Taylor was able to get up. When that occurred, apparently Ms. Howard then begins apparently to hit her too. She says it was an unknown number of times. Someone mentioned the police. Both Ms. Carter, the defendant, and Ms. Howard left. This lasted for about 5 minutes. Police were not contacted. There were no specific other cameras. Ms. Taylor did have marks on her body. Photographs were taken. She requested medical attention. Life unit was dispatched. However, she was released at the scene. And she did prepare a statement regarding this, which I believe is somewhat similar to the officer's report. And I believe that's pretty much the gist of it. So I think there's enough here for a no contest plea to assault and battery. You satisfied?
But people are satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, then the court satisfied as well. Factual basis here for the plea. Believe the court rule has been complied with, and I believe this plea is freely, understandably, voluntarily, accurately, and knowingly made. So accept the plea to the assault and battery, and we'll go ahead and dismiss the domestic violence count. And who's she in counseling with?
Her name is
Myosha Julian.
Myosha Julian, who's a psychologist for anger management. She's based in Detroit. I have her phone number, address, if the court wants that.
Who is the name?
Myosha, first name last name Julian, Julian. She's a MD psychologist. Clinical psychologist for behavior modification.
Anything else you want to tell me?
Just that she's extremely regretful of this incident. This came after 100 texts and email messages received by my client from the complaining witness, who apparently was not pleased, allegedly pleased with her new relationship with the co-defendant or the other
Okay, so
defendant.
what if she's not pleased with you? You're gone. You're involved with somebody else. Why do you have to go over there and fight?
She called and said she wanted to fight.
So you went to do it?
She knows now that
What
was.
kind of craziness is that?
Which is true. Which is true, which is very, very true. But it's like at this point, she's been following me. She didn't roll past my house, roll past her house. She's followed us to a baby shower. She was stalking us to a point, but when I had tried to go get a PPO, they told me I didn't have enough evidence because I didn't say that at the time that she stalked me. I didn't think that you're crazy. You gonna really follow me again?
Well, the other girl.
But
got
then again,
PPO.
so let her do whatever she's gonna do, and then you take whatever action you legally can. You don't show up over there to fight her because she said it.
She knows that was very, very
That was wrong.
immature
It was
and
very wrong.
It's not even immature. It's not even what women should be doing. Nobody should do that, quite frankly. Since when do women just get into fisticuffs like just like?
she knows a
Men.
lot better.
Like if she would have just left me alone.
Oh, okay. Here's the problem. I don't care if she's calling you on the phone, stalking you, whatever. You don't ever go over to somebody's place and start a fight because look what happened. You get charged with the problem. She didn't. You started it. You went. No, it's no okay. It's the facts. That's what convicted you of this crime. There's nothing she can say to you ever. And she's nowhere near you to get you to come over there and fight her because you think she wants to fight.
She knows, she
She don't
knows.
seem like she really knows.
I do because it's like, cause now I'm going through this whole situation that somebody else started, but now I gotta go through with me.
Well, that's the problem with trying to finish somebody else's business for them. You should have let her finish the problem. Then maybe you would have had enough to get a PPO if you didn't have enough. And then let the law work against her. Because right now, she didn't do anything wrong. You did. You and the other lady. I don't even know if she got charged or not, but neither one of you had no business breaking into a business and the person got a client and then this melee happens. Yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't even have to be telling her how to react to me and what to say.
This is I've never been in a situation.
I don't care. Common sense says either you agree with what I'm saying and it makes sense or it doesn't. She shouldn't have to feed you information.
She's nervous. Tell the
Yeah,
court
this
how
is
you
my
feel.
first time. I've never been in a situation like this before.
Okay.
This is a learning lesson.
I know it is. Yes, it is. And hopefully you learn. And that's what we want you to do, is learn. And for what good reason, the prosecutor saw something in you that he felt that you could learn from it, and you won't have this on your record.
I don't want to be in this situation again.
Right. No, you do not. And so now what you have to do is what most of us adult folks do. Not saying you won't get mad. Not saying that you won't be in a situation that you want to lash out. But what you do is you stop and you count to 10 and you think about, is this a real good idea to do this? Is this a real good idea to even say this? Is this person really worth it? My time and my effort. Sometimes the best way to get back is to ignore and to move forward. And if the stalking got that bad, then you keep track of it until you got enough. And then you call the police. Or you and make a police report or call a lawyer, see what they say you should do. But you know, you can't do this because this makes you look bad and her look like she didn't do anything. And from the way we know the law right now, she really didn't. All of the talk in the world is not justification for going on there and trying to beat a butt.
Yeah, but you can see from the letter, she's been gainfully employed. She Detroit Police Station. She's working at the Detroit Detention Center. Despite how it might have appeared, she does know better. We've spoken about this at length numerous times. She has a very glowing letter there. I presented to the court indicating that she's a team leader. She goes over and above her usual job requirements. This was definitely not the way to handle the situation. She knows this, and she's seeing someone for the behavior modification techniques for anger management, and this will not happen again. I have had a lot of contact with Ms. Carter, we've met a few times, and I can assure the court that this will not happen again.
Ever.
At this point, the conditions of the delay will be for a period of 6 months with a review for possible nollie press if she's successful. She will be paying some fines and costs. She'll pay a $250 fine, $200 of court costs, no attorney fee, no restitution. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee pursuant to statute. The costs for the probation to supervise over this 6-month period is $240. She will also, as a condition, complete 3 days of community service work at a nonprofit agency. No alcohol or other prescribed drugs. We'll do testing for that. No contact with Malika, Meliaka Taylor. Continue her counseling with Myosha Julian, her psychologist. And then in addition to that, she will complete for me our 22-week anger management class.
In addition to counseling?
Yep. And if she successfully does all of that, then we'll come back in 6 months and this matter will be nollie press. Of course, she will maintain her appointment. And other than that, that's gonna complete the conditions. We're gonna come back in about 6 months for this, so may I have a 6-month date?
We do not. So
You gotta kind of
just
just,
proposed date.
you
Judge,
gotta.
she doesn't, it's random testing, right? She doesn't drink or do drugs, and she gets tested at the police station, but she's not a user, so it will be random for probation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
and I'm not familiar with the 22-week anger management class. I thought the counseling would be solution. Is that through the court?
Yeah.
Is it online?
I don't think so.
22 weeks.
It's an extended class.
How does she attend that when she's working?
Okay, well, you know what? She don't have to.
No, I'm saying, is it like an hour a week?
I don't run it, so can't tell you the specifics.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it at all. I want to be able to tell her.
I don't know, so she'll have to check with her probation
Probation will let
officer
you know.
and they'll let her know.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.